What if SpaceX's biggest threat wasn't Blue Origin, NASA, or Europe's Ariane rockets, but a rising force from China? In the age of reusable rockets and Mars-bound dreams, SpaceX has become the face of space innovation. Elon Musk's Falcon 9 has redefined what's possible, cutting costs, landing boosters, and flying over 250 missions. But in the shadows of that success, something is quietly taking shape. Its name? LandSpace. This little-known Chinese startup is building something eerily familiar, a stainless steel, methane-powered, reusable rocket called Zhuke-3. Sounds like Starship, doesn't it? But here's the twist. While SpaceX pushes boundaries through explosive tests, LandSpace is advancing methodically, behind closed doors. So here's the big question. Could a quiet challenger from Beijing actually beat SpaceX at its own game? The new space race might not begin on a launch pad. It might begin in silence. LandSpace isn't just some startup. It's a symbol of China's quiet space revolution. Founded in 2015, LandSpace didn't come from NASA veterans or billionaire founders. It came from engineers, dreamers, and risk-takers who believed China's space future didn't have to rely on state-owned giants like CASC. In 2022, LandSpace made history. Their Zhuke-2 rocket became the first methane-fueled rocket in the world to reach orbit. Not SpaceX, not Blue Origin. LandSpace did it first, and now their ambition has grown. They're building Zhuke-3, a stainless steel, reusable two-stage rocket fueled by liquid methane and liquid oxygen. It mirrors the architecture of SpaceX's Starship system, but with a more compact design that might fly sooner. What makes LandSpace especially dangerous is this. They're not chasing headlines. They're building quietly, with strong government backing and growing investor confidence. They've already secured private launch sites, developed in-house engines, and are creating a vertically integrated system, much like what SpaceX built, but faster. While the world watches every SpaceX test flight, LandSpace is making progress in silence. That silence? It might just be the sound of a competitor preparing to strike. At first glance, Falcon 9 and Zhuke-3 might seem like they're cut from the same cloth. Medium lift, reusable rockets built for rapid turnaround and lower cost per launch. But under the surface, they represent two very different design philosophies, shaped by different timelines, geographies, and ambitions. Falcon 9, first launched in 2010, is built with lightweight aluminum lithium alloy and runs on RP-1 kerosene and liquid oxygen. Its strength lies in its flight heritage, over 250 launches, dozens of successful booster landings, and years of real-world data. Zhuke-3, on the other hand, is still on the drawing board, but it's ambitious. It uses methane and liquid oxygen, a cleaner, more reusable fuel combo. And like SpaceX's Starship, it's made from stainless steel, heavier but tougher under extreme heat and stress. Where Falcon 9 evolved gradually, adding reusability over time, Zhuke-3 is aiming for full reusability from day one. A bold move, but risky. Falcon 9's upper stage is still expendable. Zhuke-3 is expected to try recovering both stages eventually. And while SpaceX operates multiple launch pads, reuses fairings, and refurbishes boosters in weeks, LandSpace is just beginning to build that ecosystem. But here's what makes it interesting. Zhuke-3 isn't just copying, it's taking lessons from Falcon 9 and Starship, combining what works, skipping what doesn't, and attempting to leapfrog rather than follow. And Elon Musk knows it. He's acknowledged that China's rockets could surpass Falcon 9 in 5 years, if they're lucky. That wasn't a casual comment. It was a strategic warning. Because in the game of orbital access, the winner isn't just the most advanced, it's the one who can fly cheap, fast, and often. And Zhuke-3 is preparing to do just that. LandSpace isn't working alone. It's part of a much bigger strategy, one that reflects how China views space not just as science, but as sovereignty, security, and economic power. In the past, China's space program was dominated by massive state-owned agencies like CASC. Their achievements, from the Tiangong space station to lunar missions, were impressive, but slow and bureaucratic. But in the last decade, something changed. China opened the door to private aerospace companies, not fully independent, but semi-private, backed by state guidance and capital. The goal? Build a parallel system to what SpaceX and the US achieved, but on China's terms. LandSpace is one of the most advanced among these players, but they're not alone. Companies like iSpace, Galactic Energy, and Deep Blue Aerospace are also building rockets, engines, and small satellite launchers. Why? Because Beijing understands the future of space is not just about exploration. It's about infrastructure, about who controls the networks in orbit, about who owns the satellite internet, the defense constellations, the lunar resources. This is where Zhuge-3 fits in. A reliable, reusable, domestically controlled rocket gives China launch independence. It means they don't need to rely on foreign providers. It means they can build their own Starlink-style constellation, send missions to the moon, or launch spy satellites, all without asking permission. For China, space isn't a playground. It's the next battlefield. And LandSpace? It's one of their most valuable soldiers. While Zhuge-3 is gearing up to match Falcon 9, SpaceX is already focused on something far bigger: Starship. Starship isn't just another rocket. It's the most ambitious spacecraft ever built, a fully reusable stainless steel giant designed to carry over 100 metric tons into orbit. Its goals? Not just satellites, but moon landings, Mars colonization, and even point-to-point Earth travel in under an hour. It also uses methane. It also uses stainless steel. But in terms of size, power, and ambition, it's in another league entirely. And that's what makes the competition so fascinating. Zhuge-3 looks like a mini Starship, but it's more focused, more practical, at least for now. Instead of aiming for Mars, it wants to dominate low Earth orbit with frequent low-cost launches, and that might be a smarter short-term bet. Meanwhile, Starship is still in the testing phase. It's exploded, it's delayed, it's far from operational. But SpaceX learns from every launch, and their pace is relentless. If Starship succeeds, it will make all current rockets, including Zhuge-3, look obsolete. But if it fails, or takes too long, Zhuge-3 could carve out a niche and win the trust of commercial clients first. It's a race between bold vision and pragmatic execution. Zhuge-3 may not be heading to Mars, but it might get to orbit reliably before Starship even finishes testing. And in the space business, flying now often beats flying perfectly later. The space race isn't just back, it's evolving. This time, it's not Cold War superpowers competing for flags on the moon. It's private companies, armed with billions in capital, racing to reshape how humanity reaches space. On one side, SpaceX, bold, chaotic, pushing boundaries with Starship. On the other, LandSpace, quiet, methodical, building momentum with Zhuge-3. Falcon 9 rewrote the rules. Starship wants to erase them completely. Zhuge-3? It's trying to master them first, and maybe win the game by playing smarter. So who wins? The one that flies often, cheaply, and reliably. The one that earns trust, not just headlines. And as the countdown begins, the world watches not only Cape Canaveral, but a silent launch pad in China. The next chapter of spaceflight is being written, and no one knows who will land on top.